It had pretty high orders. It's The Scumbag by Rick Remender. It's a brand new comic from Image. The world's fate rests with the worst person on it. This is the comic that, at least there's some belief that this is going to be Rick Remender's big hit with an Image. Is it that? Let's get into it. Hey everybody, the team of Remender and LaRosa bring us the Scumbag. This is built. So, the theory of why this comic got the high orders it did is largely because the marketing for it, the elevator pitch is very, very clear and very, very clean. There's a video, I don't think it's released yet, somewhere in the future, backed up, that I've done. Is that's the kind of the dirty little easy secret of comics, is that if you can make the pitch, make this is what this comic is about, super clear, super clean, it's easy to digest what it is, then you'll get higher sales. And that's what this is. Basically, you have a total terrible person, and somehow through crazy chance he gets power to basically save the world. So people are relying on this, schmuck, basically. And this isn't a new plot. We've seen this before, like a lot, especially in movies and other things. And this comic has a lot of repetitive aspects to it. I mean, bluntly, it is definitely, you've seen this movie before in a lot of cases. It's not unlike some of, even comedies like Austin Powers have a lot of pieces to this. It's not the best. But anyway, at any rate, we've seen this before. So let's get into it, though. It is a Scumbag. Basically, we're introduced to Eddie. And Eddie is a drug addict. He's a relic. Eddie Ray Clementine, kind of hillbilly hick, thinks for himself. He enters into this bar. He's, fingering the waitress under her dress. We just see, he owes people money, and he goes to his drug dealer and he wants drugs. He makes some, kind of really rude comments to some prostitutes. And then finally, when he gets to his drug dealer, he doesn't have enough money to basically buy some meth. And so the drug dealer sends him away, and Eddie finds a Salvation Army can. He sneaks it away while nobody's looking, and gives all the change to the drug dealer. Drug dealer gives him his meth, and then off he goes to go shoot up. So because he is, just terrible, and his stomach's hurting him, he's got diarrhea, and they render that on the page. I'm not showing it here in the video, but you do get to see more than you bargained for, I would say, with this comic. This is a mature comic, I should say. And so things you will see in this comic, drug use, certainly needles. You'll see, heating up meth in a spoon. You'll see diarrhea. You'll see a lot of this stuff. At any rate, so Eddie goes out to the sidewalk basically to shoot up. And when some kid laughs at him because he's got his pants down and he's soiled himself, and I'm trying to say as nice as I can for the old YouTube censors. At any rate, the syringe rolls away. Now at this point, I'll point out we get into some action scenes, some scenes of movement, and the artist is doing some pretty cool effect here, I'd say, of it's kind of a painted look, this whole comic, and the action scenes are rendered blurry. And that works. It's kind of nice. It's a different change. So this syringe kind of rolls down the street, around a corner, and there two people are fighting. Scorpionus and Father Time. Father Time is rendered as kind of almost a James Bond character in a tuxedo, and he is having a fight against Scorpionus. I don't know. And this is a case where you can correct my pronunciation if you want, but it's just goofy. Anyway, she's got the old Psylocke outfit, so we get lots of ass and thongs, and they're having a big old fight. Now Eddie, who is befuddled by meth, sees a Medusa lady and a leprechaun fighting. He's meanwhile just looking for his syringe. Scorpion, the woman, basically impales the man with her hands, but she takes out a different syringe out of his pocket that is filled with a reddish liquid, and that this is some kind of magical thing, but it knocks out of his hand. It rolls away, and as fate would have it, the Father Time guy gets away from the lady, Scorpionus. Anyway, he grabs a syringe. He thinks it's the right one, and he basically injects a ton of meth. Your reign of hatred and fascism ends now, he says, as he injects a bunch of meth, and then it's not, the magical vial he was expecting. And she shoots him. He shoots her. They both die. Meanwhile, Eddie shoots up the red liquid into his body, and immediately, or relatively quick, he sees a hologram woman. That basically, he has shot up this magical juice that is giving him powers, and it's the formula is basically put into him. He immediately starts to try and fondle the hologram, but basically, there's no time for that. She's taken the formula maxima, and so its nanotech is inside of Eddie. Eddie makes some sexual come-ons to her, realizing that her agent, Father Time, is dead. She says, "You got to defuse a bomb. You've got 10 minutes to basically find the bomb and save the planet. Otherwise, there's going to be an imminent attack on New York. Bad news." Eddie's not interested, and so he starts to barter to basically gets her to $2,000 cash money, Judas Priest playing at some bar, a bunch of drugs, and a flying Trans Am car, and talking sex dolls. And so she agrees to all this, and he goes and starts to kind of look for the bomb. He's the super spy. She, meanwhile, gets the report on Eddie, and reading it realizes that the fate of the world rests in the hands of the very worst person on it. And that's how our issue concludes. So, what to make of this comic? Well, again, this is a story you've probably heard before. It's the idea that the hero, the person that we're rooting for and cheering for, is a lousy person, incapable of doing the job, and was put there by a weird twist of fate. The good spy was not able to do the job, and instead we've got this terrible person here. It's played for laughs, in the sense of, you've got some, just diarrhea humor and other stuff, and if that's your thing, that's cool. It's got, I want to say, a Garth Ennis vibe to it, but I think Ennis does a better job in kind of juggling these things, so it feels more kind of both shocking and original. The problem is, in reading this, at least for me anyway, nothing felt terribly original. And I may get some laughs out of the fact that, hey, this guy is, a terrible person, and now he's the fate of the world rests on his shoulders. And that hook may do it for you. I think that hook is simple enough that it was easy to communicate to shops and to people. It's got a charming quality, I guess, where that's concerned. It's a very quick issue. You basically are introduced to Eddie. He's a jerk. There's a fight from some spies. He shoots up this formula, and now he's got to go find a bomb. It's pretty. It runs pretty quick along those runs. Louis LaRosa is the artist, and I think the art is fine. It's got a painted kind of grimy quality to it, and that's cool. I do like the action and the blurriness that LaRosa does there. Remender is. I do like Remender's work. Now, I know some people in the comments will talk about how Remender is rude on social media, and they've closed their wallets to him, and that's fine. That's your choice. But I enjoyed Remender's X-Force run a good deal. I like his 7 to Eternity comic. And Low was okay. I really liked Black Science. I thought that was really well done. This is a lot more simple than that. All those comics had a decent amount of complexity. This is like, I'll put it to you this way. If you liked the Deadpool jokes in X-Force, just the Deadpool jokes, if you read Remender's X-Force and you thought, I want nothing but the Deadpool jokes, and I don't want any of the Deadpool redemption or any of the other characters, that's this book in a way. That's kind of what you got here. It's fine. I don't know how many issues this is going to go. God help us all if this is an ongoing series, but basically it is. You got a terrible dumbass drug addict, and he is going to be a super spy because he's injected himself with this magic juice, and and that's it. So I guess in the letter column at the end, Remender mentions that he loves other scumbags like Jeff Lebowski, the dude, Don Draper, Tony Soprano, Walter White. I'm not sure that's scumbags. I'm not. I don't know. Anyway, um, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, there you go. So the fate of the world, rest of Scumbag. That's kind of the issue in a nutshell. Next issue, we'll meet Eddie's partner, Sister Mary, and will he save the world or not? If you like spy comics mixed with kind of uh, Farrell brother humor, then that's probably what you got here. So there you go. You know, sure, why not? Anyway, like, subscribe, tell me what you think of this issue down in the comments below, and thanks for listening.